Namaskar and welcome again to Planet to Soul Astrology. So, friends, hope you all are doing wonderful. And yes, today we are going to talk about yogas in our chart. Yogas have been uh, discussed or has been distributed through different point of views. We say that Hansi Yoga, Malavya Yoga, Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. But how they are important in one's chart, how they become precipitating factor for your growth, how they become very important in your chart, whether you are having certain yogas in your chart, and even though you do not have any yogas in your chart like Raj yogas and all those, but still you are on a right and correct growth path. Why it is? Because indirectly they are forming some or other type of good yogas in your chart. See, visibly we know that trine yoga, that is now Pancham Yoga, that means that planet is ninth and 5 to each other, like ninth and fifth to each other. So we say that, because why we say this yoga is very good, because fifth house is also Shubha, that is benefic house, ninth house is also Dharma house, and which is benefic house. That is why we say that whenever planet goes 9 5 to each other, they really form a fantastic yoga. you know if you have any planet in your chart in 9 5 yoga and they are benefic planets, see, this thing you have to keep particularly in mind. If malefic planets are making now pancham or 9 5 yoga, then definitely the fruits which you will experience will not be up to mark. Second thing, this 9 5 yogas, now people will ask that whether we have to see it in Navamsha chart or D10 chart or other Shodash Varga Kundali. No, in D1 chart only certain yogas have to be made. In case if in your divisional charts also, if these yogas are happening, but fruits which you will experience will not be that much powerful, because degreically these planets are getting split up in your divisional charts, and maybe sometimes what happens that particular bindu, how we call it as a Indu Lagna or Shri Lagna, or we call it as our fortune point, Fortuna, that is Bhagya Saham. So maybe if those planets are happening to be in that Bhagya Saham point, then definitely in any chart, if they are happening, then they are bound to give you good fruits. But if in your chart you do not have Naupancham Yoga, as I said before, but still you are experiencing very good fruit, so what is the reason for that? So it is simple, that maybe in your chart any particular planet is in a very good dignity, in a very good signification, it is truly giving its karakatva to you, and it is also in your Pushkar Navamsha. Pushkar Navamsha not only means that now everything is going to happen goody goody and nothing bad is going to happen or nothing adverse is going to happen. No. Whenever planet is going in Pushkar Navamsha, and if it is happening to be a benefic planet, and if that planet Dasha, Antardasha, and if that particular planet is posited in benefic house in your D1 or D9 chart, then definitely you are going to experience very good fruit of this Pushkar Navamsha planet. So even if you do not have any planet in your chart, like all planets are in 6 8 connectivity, like Sadashtak Yoga, all planets are 6 8 to each other, all planets are 4 10 to each other, they are quadrant to each other or in Kendra Yoga to each other, then people say whenever they are Kendra to each other 4 10, why we say it as a struggle yoga? Because fourth house is your emotion house, 10th house is your struggle house or your profession house, 10th house is your karma house. So whenever planet goes in 4 10 to each other, that means in that particular region, that particular house, and that particular related signification, you have to work hard, you have to go after that, and that planet, unless and until you pay off your karmas, definitely will not give you proper fruits. So other way, if you have any planets in 311 yogas, like we call it as a Labh Yoga. So why we call it as a Labh Yoga? Because third house is our courage, third house is our efforts, hard work, third house is our deep meditation house, because it is falling earth to earth house. So whatever is carried forward from earth to earth, so definitely there is some hidden meaning behind it. And third house, basically we see that it is our whatever work we are going to do, whatever courage or whatever victorious work or whatever trials we are going to give in our life. And 11th house, as everyone knows, is a labhasthana. It is a house of desire, it is a house of getting perks, it is a house of getting benefits out of particular work done. So when any planet is 311 to each other, so definitely that planet related work, whenever you are doing, you are bound to get some or other type of benefit, good fruits. Say for example, you if you have like Mercury and Moon in 311 of your chart, no doubt if Mercury is happening to be your 8th lord, 6th lord or 12th lord, but if it is 311, then definitely whenever uh, you are going to go in a public, or whenever you are working for some industry or organization, so definitely that time what will happen, that you will develop very good relationship with people, and some or other way these people will definitely be beneficial to you. And your courage, we can say, that are going in a right path, related to Moon as well as related to Mercury also, because Mercury is your communication, your consultations, your efforts toward presenting yourself, your humor presentation, everything goes in a good way, because Moon is something your intelligence also, Moon is your mind also, and Moon is your sustainability towards any particular situation, no matter that is work or any other event of your life. But if Moon and Mercury happens to be in 311, then definitely the house where they are posited in, that house also gets really activated. So likewise you have to see, if it is a malefic, then definitely in malefic terms also, sometimes if you are doing any work connected to Mars, if you are in a police, or if you are in a defense force, and if Mars and Saturn are 311 to each other, so definitely they are going to give you better fruits, because you will be getting good name, or maybe your acknowledgement will be there. So this is certain yogas in a chart. Whenever planets are posited together with each other, so we say that they are in Yuti, or when we say that they are in Yuti, when they are 5 to 6 degrees close to each other. Like for example, your Mercury is say 5 degrees, and your another planet like Saturn is also of say 7 degrees in a chart. So definitely we can say that Mercury and Saturn in this native chart are in Yuti. That means Mercury is grabbing, or Mercury is accepting all the fruits of Saturn. Why? Because Mercury is imitator. Mercury imitates everything. What Saturn will do, that Mercury will do. If you have benefic planets together like Venus, Mercury, or Venus and Moon, or you can say Mercury and Moon together in a good house, then definitely we experience certain good fruits out of this UT. This is also one type of yoga. Even benefic planets are aspecting each other like 180 degrees if they are aspecting each other, like Venus and Moon, or we can say that Venus and Sun also, because this is making very creative yoga. These people are very creative by nature. So even if you are seeking any spiritual development in your life, and if Saturn and Moon are aspecting each other, then definitely this is a good sign that these Saturn and Moon are making very good yoga. But if this Saturn and Moon, or any planet 180 degree to each other, if they are sharing very particular similar degrees to each other, then definitely we can say that yes, these fruits or these planetary fruits are definitely this person is going to enjoy. So this is also one type of yoga. Then you all know about Hansa Yoga, about Malavya Yoga of Venus, you know Bhadra Yoga of Mercury. But still in so many charts we see that all these yogas are really not fructifying, except say for example if anybody is having Bhadra Yoga in a chart, so this person is using best of intelligence. But if Surya is not very good in chart, or if Saturn is not good in chart, what is the use of this Bhadra Yoga? So it is not necessary. This person will definitely get very best intelligence, very best sense of humor, or person will be very much calculative, or person will be like very curious and conscious about all the situation. But when the turn comes to get fruits, and if other planetary position like Jupiter is also not very well posited in a chart, then this intelligence will be like a normal Mercury only, because this person, because of any Mahadasha, Antardasha, or any other planetary position, is not definitely going to give you fantastic fruit. So this way also you have to think about it, that we see so many people, you know, they are having Hansa Yoga, like Jupiter is exalted or of own sign, but we do not see all type of things in that person's life. Now say another yoga I will say that if you have very good yogas in your chart, or if you do not have very good yogas in your chart, but if your ascendant lord is in a very good position, no matter which house it is going, but if it is in a friendly nakshatra, if it is in a friendly house, or if it is in a friendly sign, then definitely we say that this ascendant or ascendant lord has become very powerful in this person's life. So this is all about yogas, you know. People interpret it in many different ways. I interpret it in this ways, and there is lot more to talk about this, but some other time definitely we will talk about it. So stay tuned with Planet to Soul Astrology. Do not forget to subscribe and share my channel, and as I always say, sabka mangal ho, may all be blessed. Namaste.